to another edition of the Dirter Headshot, brought to you by RazaLife.com. Our first match of the day is Red Legion versus Chicago Aftershock. Local team Aftershock had lost both games on Friday and had to win if they expected the slightest chance of moving on. The Red Legion had won both Friday games and continued their dominant play.
We just finished our game against Aftershock. It was a tie game, we won 6-4. 1 second left, and the guys have nothing to lose because they already lose 2 games, so they just run down the snake side, and we didn't manage to stop them. So it was really hard to play against them.
First 2 points we felt like we had, and we just let them slip away, and then they had a couple quick points on us. They got a penalty, and they let us get back in it a little bit, and then we had the momentum going, and then just fell a little bit too short. We're a young team, and just got to keep on pushing, keep on grinding.
The Red Legion maintained a small lead through most of the match, but Aftershock's AJ Lawhead had some great success on the snake side, winning several points for Aftershock. As time was ticking down, Aftershock got within 1 point in the closing seconds. With the score Red Legion 5 and Aftershock 4, and only 37 seconds left, Aftershock had a small chance to tie the game up. However, the let's run everyone down the middle and hope we shoot someone play is not a play that the Russians will fall down to. The Russians chop them up and win the game. Next game is Omaha Vicious versus Seattle Thunder. The new team, Seattle Thunder, began as the whipping post for the majority of the Pro Division. Vicious started out aggressive, showing no problems taking out the rookies by winning the first few points. However, Thunder woke up and turned the game around by bunkering guys that were already dead, and then showing off their twirl and stomp routine. Damn it. Don't worry, Knight, you guys still win the game, but I am going to put you on the short bus.
Like, we started off the game, it was a really close game. You know, we started off going back and forth, and then there was just a few points when we would go up the center, and it was just, they were going wide and we were shooting them off the break pretty much. And we got some penalties, but you know, somehow we got through, got the kills that we needed to get, and you know, we won the game.
We came up a couple points. It was like 3-0 out of time, 3-1, and we just started getting penalties, and we just kind of threw it away. They came back and beat us 6-4. We tried to do a couple pushes at the end, but we ended up losing it.
Vicious, who had been showing promise of progression, takes a humbling loss 4-6. Next up is San Diego Dynasty versus Houston Heat. Heat was off to a good start, taking the first 2 points, but then Ronnie Dizon got a major penalty, and Dynasty ran away with the momentum.
We were up 2 points in the beginning. You know, we were looking solid, playing our Heat paintball, and we just got a major penalty. It kind of set us back a little bit. So we got that guy out of the box trying to play paintball a little bit more. It just didn't work out for us. We weren't getting those kills in the break. They were getting those kills in the break. They won those long points. Yeah, they played well, and we just couldn't pull it out in the end. I mean, 2 majors in 1 match. Not going to paintball like that.
Had to win it, came out, lost the first 2 points. They got a few penalties, and we were able to capitalize on that, and you know, we tried to bring the punches to them. So hopefully we can play like that for the rest of the tournament and come out on top.
Dynasty takes this one 7-2. This Saturday coverage of the PSP Open event was made possible by the people over at RazaLife.com. Be sure to check out their website, which is full of custom jerseys, headbands, get some, gloves, and barrel socks. Get a discount on your Raza order by entering code DIRTER when checking out. Up next is Moscow Red Legion versus Seattle Thunder.
We just got off playing Thunder. It seemed to go well. I mean, we went up maybe 4 points in the first 4 or 5 minutes. We got a major. Luckily, we burnt it off. We took the corners, stayed alive, and then we just consistently pounded them down. I mean, we stayed alive off the break. That was the story of the game. We were 5 alive pretty much every break. And we managed to shoot a guy pretty much 70–60% of the time. And I think that went in our favour a lot because we capitalised on it and pushed down that side.
They just did a real good job of picking on guys one at a time. They were hitting their lanes, we weren't. And we just couldn't get out wide on them, so that was the game. We just got smashed pretty much.
In the last point, Vlaza manages to snap the feed neck off his gun. He forgets to bring his hopper with him to bunker the last guy. Surprisingly, the ref doesn't know how to say the word stop in Russian, so he chases him down and gives him a red flag. However, despite this language barrier, the Russians give Seattle the skunk. Next up, we have San Diego Dynasty versus Chicago Aftershock.
Just got done playing San Diego Dynasty, our last match of the tournament. We came out pretty good, won the first point, they came back, tied it up, back and forth for the first few points there, and then we got a major penalty. They capitalized on that really well, and I think they scored 3 or 4 points on that alone. So still looking for that one win. We're 0-12 in the season, it's really disappointing, but we'll go back to the drawing board, come back hard in Jersey.
It was a must-win game, and we had a fun time doing it. We went down the first point and realized that it wasn't a gimme, and we know those guys are going to run around crazy, so we kind of exploited that. And then just pounded them in a little bit. We got some respect for those guys. The coach is awesome. It's just they're still a young team and they're trying to figure out what to do and where to do it. So, bang.
Ryan Greenspan bangs out Aftershock in this one, 7-2. Next up is Houston Heat versus Omaha Vicious. Both teams needed this win to move on, and it was a back and forth battle the whole way through.
We played Heat. We got up too quick, but then they came back and tied it back 2-2. Then we just couldn't really do anything. We got it back up to 3-3, and they got a point, and then there was a big grinder, and that's pretty much just how it went. We lost. It wasn't too fun, but we'll come back next tournament and get it.
Just got done playing Vicious. Played really well off the break. We got 2 major penalties again this game, like we did the previous one, but everyone pulled it together, played really tight and consistent. We won some points. We held off Vicious. We got to give it to them though. They came at us pretty strong. It was a good game. It was a hard-fought match, and it's definitely the test we needed, to go into Sunday.
Vicious was no match for Sergey's superior coordination, and he takes this one commando style 5-3. Up next is Tampa Bay Damage versus Chattanooga CEP. Damage controlled this game by not allowing CEP to get out wide and trapping him in the middle of the field.
We just finished up a rough match with Tampa Bay Damage. First 3 points pretty rough. They took X the first point, just kind of slammed it down our throat. Tried to change up our game plan a little bit from yesterday, and it definitely wasn't working. We just kind of went into this match a little unprepared for what they were going to bring, and didn't have exactly the answers for the counterpunch we needed to really stay in the game.
What we're mainly working on is what we're going to do for the rest of the tournament, just stay in control and just play our paintball. So we look to keep that going on to our next game against 187 Crew.
Damage takes this one 7-2.
Welcome to the MKR section of RazaLife.com. The MKR is an elite-level competition paintball jersey. Standard features of the MKR include crosshatch collarbone and shoulder padding, sleek accent piping, and our signature lay-flat collar. The MKR also features our gauntlet padding across the entire forearm and ergonomic padding on the upper arm and shoulder. The vented areas on the MKR help your body stay cool by releasing heat where you sweat the most, under your arms, sides, and down your back underneath your harness. The 1/4-inch padded half glove with the Lycra palm also comes standard on every MKR. And like every Raza jersey, there is plenty of space to lay spectacular artwork. Enjoy our Raza Label MKR collection, or make your own with our semi-custom and fully custom capabilities.
Now up, we have San Antonio X Factor versus Upton 187 Crew. Match started off with both teams trading out points. Then in the third point, Ryko took out 187 with an aggressive play on the Dorito side, and after this, they ran away with it.
We just got done playing X Factor. Couldn't really hit anybody off the break. They were delaying out to their bunkers every time we were shooting for the wide guys and vice versa. We just could never pin them down, and we got down 3 points, I think, called timeout, got our heads back in the right place, took the next point, and then just let us slide away again. So they're a good team, and come for them next time.
We studied them up, tried to figure out their game plan. We went up on them, I think, 2-1, and then kind of traded points. They went up to 3, and then we took a timeout and took it away with the lead right there. We didn't give them anything. We should have played a lot better, but the score doesn't do justice of how well they did either.
X Factor takes this one 7-3. Our next game is Infamous versus Ironmen. This game had a lot of long points that just needed one big move to break it open. The first point ends with A-Rod getting messed up.
That's right!
Brad McCurley, Team Infamous. We just finished up our third game against LA Ironmen. It was a hard-fought game, back and forth, a lot of long points. Came down to patience, really, who was going to outweight the other team. We ended up getting a few key kills and some of the long points, which gave us the advantage. We played the lead the whole game, and we were able to control that, and ended up winning 4-3.
We just finished our third prelim match against Infamous. They beat us 4-3. It was a really slow game, a lot of 4-on-4s, 5-on-5s, just breaking down the field, and they just made the moves and beat us to it, snapped us out of our spots. That final point, you know, we had a minute left and try to make moves down the field to tie it up. We just couldn't do it.
With a minute left, Infamous is up 1 point. LJ tries to make a move up the center, but gets shot in the face. Infamous holds off the Ironmen and wins 4-3. Next game is Tampa Bay Damage versus 187 Crew. First point, Damage easily runs through 187 Crew. The 187 fans were confused and they thought they won the point, so Keith Brown let them know. From there, Damage continued to dominate.
We just got off the field playing Damage. I have to say, if there's any team to learn from here, it's Damage. They played a phenomenal game. You know, they switch up their game plans, they shoot great lanes, and it was a good game for us. You know, we had some good slow points that we were trying to make up for from the beginning of the day. And it's a tough loss, but we'll come back next time a little harder, a little stronger.
I just finished up our game against 187. We scouted them pretty well. So they were trying to use the middle of the field a lot. We just went out wide, chopped them up, got some kills off the break. Like I said, worked as a team a lot better. They were trying to hold us back. We just worked as a team, put everybody in we needed to, and took it to them with 7-1.
With a strong play up the center, 187 is able to put 1 point on the board. After that 1 point, Damage doesn't let him get any further. They take the win 7-1. Next up is Infamous versus CEP.
Let's go, CEP!
The first 4 points go back and forth with each team scoring 2 points. After CEP took their first lead all season, Dan Keene gets a major penalty, and Infamous is able to run up the score.
Just played Infamous, our last game of the prelims, ended up with a loss 7-3. We came out hard, we really didn't lose fight. We had a tough tournament this tournament, honestly, and we battled hard, but we had a major penalty, which really turned the tide. We thought we had a good shot this one, and ended up on the losing end. So we got a lot of work to do back into New Jersey. We're gonna like to come out strong, man. CEP, we never quit.
We just played our 4th match against Chattanooga Ecstasy Pills. They were 0-3 coming in, so we didn't think too much of them, but we still respected them. They came out swinging. The first couple points were a battle. They happened to get a major. We ran a couple points up then. We ended up taking 7-3. We're 4-0 going into Sunday. We got a bye first round, and then we'll come out tomorrow, come in hot.
In the last point, Zach Patient pops his shoulder out of the socket, but he's able to stick it back in and finish the game. Infamous takes this one 7-3. Last game of the day is San Antonio X Factor versus the LA Ironmen. So far, this was the best game in the tournament. X Factor storms down the field and wins the first 2 points easily. However, X Factor gets a major penalty, and they'll start the 3rd point with 4. Ironmen would tie the game. In a key point, Archie tries to make a run down the center, but gets taken out by Hamill. Brandon Short gets up the snake and decides to hide behind nothing. Michael Kovar gets the easy kill. Then Rainey Stanzik also tries to run through, but Ashton Johnson blows him away. Ashton makes a move and takes out Mike Paxton out of the back center, and now it's a 2-on-1. Ashton makes a move to try to take out Hamill, but he can't get the job done and Hamill takes him out. It's now a 1-on-1 between Hamill and Kovar. Hamill pulls out the 1-on-2 and they take the lead.
They came out, they got a little bit above us. We started to bring it back, and we went above them. So I mean, it was just a seesaw battle. You know, then like I said, it was tied. We had, you know, we had the major, work through it. We got Shorty out of the box. It was really a really close game. It doesn't get much closer than that. So
just got done playing the Los Angeles Ironmen. We knew it was going to be a tough game. It was do or die for both of us. Whoever won went on. We came out, gave them a good game. Got a major penalty. You know, we had to start two points for 4 guys. That never helps. We lost some momentum. We were up early. Ended up dragging it out into an overtime point.
In the overtime point, both teams go with conservative breakouts. The Ironman lose Short, and X Factor loses Kovar. LJ Schwartz gets up the Doritos, and Bernaccia gets up the snake side. Both Justin and Rainey make a move down the Dorito side. Then Colt Roberts puts him in and makes his move. On the other side, Billy takes off into the diamond, and a red flag flies in the air, and Archie's claiming victory. Unfortunately for Archie, he got it wrong.
Last point, overtime point, they made a move, LJ made a move to the 50 Dorito, Rainey followed him up to Dorito 1. I knew they were lined up on the wire. I had Paxton across field in the snake Mayan, and their other guy was up in the snake somewhere, so I knew he was blind to me. He's in the snake too. So as soon as they made the 50 Dorito, I had checked out. I saw that LJ was there, and Rainey, they were both on the wire. I got gun dominance on them, and I just saw a window and I took off, ran down LJ, and then continued to go to Dorito 1, run down Rainey, and the referees say Paxton shot me. I could have sworn that one of those guys spun on me that I stuck in the Dorito and shot me once in the leg, and I'm getting a major penalty. We lost the point, but you know, it is what it is. It was a good match. They played well. We played well. They were the better men this day, so we're going home.
The Ironmen take this one in overtime, 4-3. Thanks for watching the Dirter Headshot. Be sure to check out Dirter.com for Sunday's coverage, as well as the Short Bus episode 12. We'll see you next time.